Hello, good morning everyone. So we have this severe weather outbreak today, plus flash flooding and strong tornadoes. So let's see here what's happening. So they issued this high risk this morning or late yesterday night, and they expanded it now down to Arkansas too, and spots of Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Illinois, and Missouri. So let's see what to expect. An outbreak of tornadoes, severe thunderstorms expected over parts of the mid-south, lower Mississippi and Ohio River valleys later today and tonight. Eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, southeast Missouri, western Kentucky, southern Illinois, southwest Mississippi, and southern Indiana. Numerous tornadoes, several intense long-track tornadoes, scared damaging winds, some hurricane force, scared a large hail and baseball size. A tornado outbreak is expected today and tonight from parts of the lower Mississippi Valley into to the mid-south and lower Ohio Valley. Numerous tornadoes along with multiple EF3 plus tornadoes expected appear likely. In addition, tornadoes, significant wind gusts, and large hail, very large hail, will be possible across a broad area from North Texas, northeastward to southern Great Lakes. So, preparedness actions. Review your severe weather safety procedures for the possible dangerous weather today. Stay tuned to the NOAA weather radio, weather.gov, and other media for watches and warnings. A tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for tornadoes to form during the next several hours. If a tornado warning is issued for your area, move in a place of safety, ideally in a basement or into your room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. So please stay safe in those areas today. Here there's the outlook. So the enhanced risk goes all the way from Texas to Michigan, and the slight risk and the marginal to the slight risk goes even all the way into Canada. So please stay safe. There's the tornado, this big 30% area now added across the high risk in Arkansas, western Tennessee and Kentucky, spots of Missouri and Illinois. And there's the 15% around and the 10%, and all of that is hatched for that strong tornado potential, plus the 5% and the 2% around it. So please be careful. There's the wind, 30% hatched, and the hatched probability of some hurricane force winds, and the 15 and the 5%, that big area there. And there's hail too, a big 30% and hatched for very large hail. So please be careful, and the 15% as well. So, like I mentioned there, let's just see as basically what's causing this. So a strong mid upper level trough with associated 100 to 120 knot mid level jet streak will advance quickly northeastward today, cause parts of the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, broader area 50 to 70 knot southwesterly mid-level flow persist over much of the southern plains into the lower mid-Mississippi Valley and Ohio Valley. At the surface, primary low over far eastern Nebraska, western Iowa this morning is forecast to develop northeastward in tandem with the upper trough. Today, eventually reaching the upper Midwest by this evening. A trading cold front continue east-southeastward across the southern plains, the Ozarks, before eventually stalling and lifting northward as the warm front tonight. Weak secondary surface low pressure developments possible this afternoon and evening along or just ahead of the front across Arkansas in the mid-south. So please be careful. You can read off this if you want. This updates the whole day, like every hour, I think. But they say current expectations for several intense supercell clusters to develop by 20 to 0Z from far northern Louisiana and eastern Arkansas, northwest Mississippi, western Kentucky, Tennessee, and southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, Indiana. This region appears the most favorable for the overlap of moderate to strong instability, strong deep layer shear, and ample low level shear to support multiple tornadic storms. So please stay safe. So in addition to the tornado threat, very large hail up to 2-3 inches and severe damaging wind gusts may occur with these supercells. So please do all you can to stay safe, and if you are in those areas of the high risk and everything, don't have a tornado shelter, please find a safe enough place to go, and please stay safe. Just take a look at tomorrow here. There's still this light risk from Texas to Pennsylvania, and the marginal from Texas to Connecticut. Still a big area, but nothing as crazy as today. Just a 5% tornado risk from Texas to Kentucky, and a bigger 2%. So be aware. Wind percent tomorrow 15.5%, and hail, probably some larger hail near the Ozarks in Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana. So be aware. And the 5% hail goes all the way to the northeast. So several clusters strong severe storms are expected along broad frontal zone from the southern plains, mid Mississippi Valley to the Ohio Tennessee valleys and mid Atlantic. Damaging gusts and hail are the primary risk, though a few tornadoes are possible. So be aware tomorrow, and we'll check day 3 and after in a minute. So let's see here. First, there's like this snow here. So if I can find good. So there's the severe weather there happening, and this snowstorm just north of it, and branching to Canada too. So here does show today Wednesday the storms go, and some freezing rain might start in Ontario, and more snow there in Minnesota, especially southwestern Ontario, more snow, and some heavier snow there. Still in the Rockies, some lingering snow, spots central western Canada, and some other areas. So this goes Thursday. Maybe some freezing rain in the northeastern US too, and some snow. More freezing rain in eastern Canada across Quebec, and some snow. Those storms continue. More storms tomorrow evening, and that snow and ice continues to Atlantic Canada there. So be aware. And here there's like the herd, the significant tornado parameter. So this is around 12Z today, shows those parameters there higher across Oklahoma, spots of Texas and everything. And just for reference here, we already have the tornado watches in the red ongoing now, so this is practically already happening. So here shows later today about 19Z. The herd does have some bigger tornado parameters near Illinois, Indiana as well, and does show in Arkansas some higher values too. Then this goes, this is 22Z. It does have spots in southern Illinois and those areas, but the herd has some parameters unusually like far north, like in Ohio, spots of Indiana. So just watch there as well, just in case. And this does continue later, even like some 8 or plus tornado parameters near Arkansas and some spots there. But please be careful. There's the mixed layer cave too from the herd. By this time here, the line of storms be already eating the cape up, but a little bit earlier in the afternoon, that shows spots of 2,500 joules per kilogram, and even more in some areas, and that shows some cape as far north as Michigan, so 1,000 and something joules per kilogram. So please be careful. There's the updraft Calicity too. Let's just put the full run here until Friday, and it does show those tracks there, especially in Arkansas, those spots, and those tracks can also indicate some long track tornadoes, like the track of the supercells over a far distance, and large hail and damaging winds. So please be careful in those areas. Stay safe. And here the storms show like central areas. Yeah, this would have changed the map layer, but by now they are still like those areas around Oklahoma, Missouri, those storms there. But this goes some storms later this afternoon, they continue, but the worst part of the line, as you can see there, around southeastern Missouri and Arkansas and into Kentucky, Illinois, might occur later this evening, like late afternoon to this evening. You can see like just a massive line of storms there. This goes, crosses into Tennessee later this evening, and still some remainder storms later. So please stay safe. There's the whole map here, shows like this goes some storms further north as well, like into North Indiana, even southern Michigan, Illinois, this goes and does show like this evening those stronger storms there, the tornadoes and the damaging winds. So please stay safe and please be careful. There's the Colorado State University as well, showing that 30% tornado threat, just like the Storm Prediction Center. And it shows a very big 15% and 2%, 10%. And does carry all the way into Canada, the tornado threat. So please be careful. And there's the wind, it has some areas of 45%, and the hail has 30% too. So it's very similar, but some differences. And day two for Thursday, the Colorado State University still has like 15%, so it does indicate some more storms, even hail and wind does have some more there, especially hail. And this is what I showed before. So please stay safe, but the severe weather is the main danger today, but the second most important danger is excessive rainfall. There's this moderate risk today there in Arkansas, spots of Kentucky and Tennessee and Mississippi, and all the way to Indiana, Illinois, and there's light in the margin around it, and the moderate. So there's this big moderate there. And here there's for day two tomorrow a high risk of excessive rainfall right in that area, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas and Missouri. So please stay safe. There's the moderate around it from Arkansas to Kentucky, and all the way to like northern Kentucky, and the slight and the marginal around it. So please be careful. Day three is still a moderate in that area, and a slight and a marginal. So just continuous days of heavy rain. This might cause historic flooding, considering Saturday, day 4, is still a moderate, so like 4 days in a row a moderate and 1 day high. So there might be some historic flooding, so please be careful. Don't drive through floods and check with reliable sources for the flash flood warnings, NOAA weather radio and everything. And please be careful, stay safe from flooding, higher ground, and find a safe place to go. There's day 5, uh, just as light and a marginal better, but please stay safe, especially during the next 4 days, but especially the high risk tomorrow. Please stay safe. They do have some headlines here. So potential historic amounts of rainfall. Potential historic amounts of rainfall anticipated beginning Wednesday night through Sunday. The rainfall amount to exceed several inches over a large area. Some locations seeing amounts potentially totaling 10 to 15 inches plus through this weekend. Catastrophic life-threatening flash flooding risk. The repeating rounds of heavy rainfall over several days will lead to a dangerous, catastrophic, life-threatening flash flood risk, particularly focused over the lower Ohio Valley, mid-south and eastern Ozarks. Catastrophic river flooding possible. Catastrophic river flooding is possible late this week through the weekend across western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, and widespread significant river flooding expected in the Ozarks through the lower Ohio Valley. Prepare now for severe disruptions. Now is the time to prepare for potential long duration severe disruptions to communities due to the expected extreme rainfall and significant flooding risk. And as you can see here, the severe weather too. So please stay safe there. Now just checking day 3 here. So there's still a marginal for Friday, day 3, and a slight risk, especially from Texas to Illinois, the slight risk. So the probability is 15 and 5%. So several clusters of strong severe storms possible from the Rio Grande Red River valleys through the Arkansas and into the lower Ohio Valley Friday to Friday night. So please stay safe. And guess what? Saturday is a 30% again, array and enhanced risk for Saturday. So this is like a never-ending story. Continuous severe weather. So please be careful. The 15% goes all the way from Texas to Ohio, and the 30% across Louisiana, Mississippi, southern Tennessee, and Arkansas. So day 5 is still a slight 15% across the southeast, and the day 6 finally ends for now. So please be aware now. For now, focus on today, the high risk that's happening right now. But after this passes, stay on alert for Saturday as well. So please be careful. There's the critical fire across New Mexico and Texas still and elevated as far north as Colorado, so please be careful there as well. There's the winter storm severity index, shows some moderate and minor across Minnesota, the Dakotas, that's snow, some across Colorado and New Mexico too, but does have some majors in Vermont, New York, and New Hampshire, even an area of extreme there, maybe because of the ice accumulation, and shows like snowfall amount as well. So a mix of snowfall amount, but especially the ice is more disrupting there. So please be careful. There's here the longer range hazards too, the heavy rain, spots of flooding, that purple, and severe weather in the orange, and some heavy snow and winds in the Rockies there. So stay safe too. And here there's like, let's see if there's some dew points here to show from the her. So this is Thursday, so this is around this evening, still late this afternoon. Show some 60s dew points as far north as southern Michigan, spots further south some mid to high 60s dew points across spots of Arkansas and Tennessee, spots of Illinois as well, and Missouri. So please stay safe. Some 64 dew points as far north as Indiana. So this is the her, so it's very reliable. So please stay safe. Later in the evening, still shows like closer to nighttime, still some 60 dew points. So please be careful there. There's this interesting feature to the lightning flash density, so shows a lot of lightning, those storms as well, and this can indicate all types of severe weather. So please be careful. Those storms, especially tornadoes, the most damaging part of it. So please stay safe. Here's, as you can see as well, there's the name here too, but he shows a similar thing as well, like those storms, the line of storms there, with all those hazards. This goes and still like Thursday, tomorrow, those storms, and into Friday still shows those some storms there. But please stay safe today. There's day 3 through 8, the Colorado State University. So this is Friday, day 3. They have a 30% probability of severe weather, especially Texas and Oklahoma, and a big area of 15%. They do have the SIPs as well, at 10 and 15%. But for Saturday, the Colorado State University is already with a 45 to 60% chance of severe weather. So this might be big too, maybe not as big as today, but Saturday might be big as well. And here's the 30%. So please stay safe. On Sunday, just some remnants, and later hopefully quieter. But please, please stay safe. There's some rainfall totals here from the European and everything in the autumn models. So those have until next Monday some 11 inches, 9 inches, 11, 10 inches, 8 inches, as far north as Ohio, 4 inches, spots of Texas. There's the icon, shows some spots 9 to 10 inches, 11 inches in Kentucky, more than 9 inches, and in Arkansas especially some 11 inches. There's the GFS, looking a little bit more realistic, like some 12 inches or more, close to 13 inches, and 13, 12, 10 inches. So please stay safe. And the her here for just until Friday shows already 5, 6 inches, but these models are not showing as much as I expected, but it does show some 8 inches, 3 inches. There's the NAM2, but this is short range, it doesn't go as far out, but does show some 7 inches already and more. So please stay safe. And there's the official forecast here. So there's like day 1 today, I think this is Wednesday. They have some areas there upwards of 4 inches already today. Thursday, tomorrow, upwards of 4.5 inches or even more. And this is Friday to Saturday, upwards of 5 inches in Arkansas, Missouri, some areas there. So please stay safe. And day 1 through 7 is simply like insane. That bright yellow is like close to 15 inches. So please, this is a catastrophic flood threat. Stay safe from that flooding. Be careful, please. And I already showed you the snow here, but just another look. That ice, some spots too. This goes into Canada, and more ice and sleet in the northeast as well. And then this goes, and here's the GFS for the severe weather Saturday. Some snow on the southern Rockies as well. So please stay safe. There's like here for the ice too and some snow from out. So just next 24 hours shows some ice starting the northeast, including some areas of New York, more than 1/4 of an inch, and some darker spots even close to 1/2 of an inch, and more in Vermont, widespread more than 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, and New Hampshire. So stay safe. Spots in Michigan, close to 1/10 of an inch or even more, and even Minnesota and South Dakota, close to 1/4 of an inch. So stay safe. Please be careful. Here are some wind gusts, but this is just the wind gusts by themselves. It's not the wind from the thunderstorms from the severe weather, which will be way higher than this. But already shows some gusty winds anyways there. And spots of the Rockies too, slightly breezier in the southwest, in the Pacific, maybe some breezy days. So be aware. But there's the snow here close to like 6 to 8 inches in a few spots. This light purple is like 6 inches, and even close to 10 inches or more northeast of most Minnesota. So be careful. The mountains of Montana, same thing. Some in Utah, especially southern Utah, Colorado, and more spots in California. Some snow in Idaho too. So stay safe. The temperatures are still, like I showed you yesterday, very similar. So we don't have much time today, but check our video to see the whole outlook for the next 7 days, the temperatures. But that shows still those higher temperatures in the southeast, like I mentioned yesterday, because of that high pressure. So that show near southern Texas, close to 100 this afternoon. The temperatures are colder still on the Rockies and the northern plains, some 20s, 30s, some single digits in the Rockies in the Sierra Nevada. So be careful, they're still quite cold. But during the day, much warmer in the southeast these next few days. Some is close to 90s, but still cold in the mountains, even during the day. And the northeast, if some 30s, 40s at night, and some 20s in the northern plains, some single digits in the Rockies, some teens. So yeah, be aware. Those warmer temperatures in the southeast during the day, even quite hot in some spots, especially Texas, kind of hot, but still cold. Those other spots there. So stay safe and be aware. Be careful as well in Canada with the snow and some ice accumulations there. There's a good place here to see the ice from the European, because the other sites you have to pay there. So here I can see, let's see, there's the precipitation. So this the European shows more in southern Ontario, some greater ice accumulations next 72 hours. Spots of Quebec, there'll be ice as well. But be aware, in Ontario, those areas still some slick roads, tree damage, power outages, and slippery surfaces because of the ice. So still be careful here. There's like, for just rain here, if I can find it, so precipitation for the rainfall here. I already showed you the European and the GFS, but there's the Canadian model too. So it does show the next 3 days upwards of 8 to 10 inches in some spots there, and even like a little bit more. and that wide there's is even close to 10 inches, so this is 78 hours. If I put 120, remains quite similar, but just showing you another model perspective. But I expect there close to 15 inches, like the National Weather Service mentioned. So please stay safe. Those tornadoes, find a reliable way to receive warnings, the best way possible, so you can receive all the warnings and stay safe. But if you really can't find a way, check the links in the description of the video here. There's some good sites to see the warnings. But please stay safe here. We already have the tornado watches, like I mentioned, the ice storm warnings and winter storm warnings there in the north, some red flag warnings and blowing dust advisories in the south, southwest, and some wind advisories and flood watches in those areas, winter weather advisories, the northeast. So stay safe, and even some like severe weather storms, some small freeze watches in the Rockies, some spots there, and some wind and frost in California. So stay safe, please. Please be careful and warn others. And if you want more more forecasts for Canada, those areas, check our video from yesterday to see the temperature outlook and everything. But just a recap, it's still very cold in the north and still negative temperatures in the south. Some days quite cold, especially for north in Alaska and Nunavut and more spots there. But for snowfall totals, I should show you here. So let's take a look. So the European does have upwards of 29 centimeters, 26 of snow, 37, 40 centimeters. So be careful. There might be some heavier accumulations in spots, some 34 centimeters, 37, 34. The icon has spots of eastern Quebec, even close to 40. Southwestern Ontario there near Minnesota shows a lot. So be careful. The snow, the southern coast of Alaska in the high mountains might get a good bunch of snow too, because of those seasons. Western Alaska, central northern Alaska, more snow, even close to 50 inches or more in those mountains. So stay safe. Spots of Alberta, British Columbia, still some snow there, and like Nunavut, spots of Northwest Territories, Manitoba, still a little bit of snow. But stay safe, especially those wind gusts there, not just these ones, but especially the severe thunderstorm ones and this Atlantic low pressure in Labrador, those gusts there in spots of Atlantic Canada. So stay safe. This goes and still remains gusty. Next few days, Mexico, spots of the southern US because of those storm systems, maybe in the Arctic too, some spots there. And still shows like next Monday, northern Quebec, spots in Alaska. So stay safe. Those winds does show Friday, Atlantic Canada, northeast, slightly windier, the realms of this system. So please stay safe. And here for storms, there's those there's the severe weather there. So does show like most of the storms are in the US, but does show some in southern Ontario that might be severe too. So be careful there as well. And yeah, stay safe.